Hello, in this presentation we will be entering items related to service items into QuickBooks Online. The service items are going to be those items that will be used when we create an invoice or a sales receipt. We are in QuickBooks Online. We are at the dashboard. This will be our default location. It will change as we go, but we will generally start at the dashboard. We're going to be entering the inventory items at this point. Those are the things that will be needed in order to drive our invoices and our sales receipts, the things that will help us to populate the invoices and sales receipts. In order to get there, we're going to go to make sure you have this item open. So you want to make sure that this item is open like that. And then we're going to the sales items over here. We have no activity in the sales items. Note that the type of information we have up top, we have all sales, invoice, customers, and products and services. We will be adding products and services, which typically we can do with this tab here, but that would be to add them one at a time. We can also add them as we start to make invoices, but typically it would be good for us to have those service items in there before we start making invoices so that the invoice preparation will be very easy and we can have other people prepare those invoices as well. If we want to import a file then to have multiple inventory items imported at the same time, we can import an Excel or CSV file, and we can use this icon here to do that importing feature. That's what we'll start off with as we enter the bulk of our inventory items. Later on, we'll enter them one by one as we add to the inventory items. So we'll select the import a file. This is the browse button where we're going to be able to browse our computer to find the file that we will be importing. This will give us a sample file to give us an idea of the fields that we need to input. So what we're going to do now is put together our Excel file that will then be used in order to input this information. Here is Excel. Now if you don't have Excel, you may be able to put this into Google Sheets for free and then save it as a CSV file rather than a Google Sheets file and see if that works. If not, you can also just put this information one by one, each of these items in one by one into the system. So we're going to use this importing feature. I'm going to make these cells a bit bigger. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom, make this a bit larger. So I'm at 140%. Let's make it 150% right now. And this will be more, of course, with just Excel than it will be in terms of QuickBooks, which is going to do some data input into Excel. We'll start off with the headings that we typically will need. Those are the things that we will need to populate as we go through. So the first heading is going to be the item name that we're going to have. And then I'm going to select tab. So tab will take me to the next cell. If I hit enter, it'll take me to the cell below. So I'm in cell B1. This is cell B1, and we're going to have the sales description. And then I'm going to select tab. And note, of course, that it's running over that cell. So in order to make the cell a bit larger, we put our cursor right between the B and the C. So it looks like that, not like that, but like that. Hold down the left click and make that, just pull it out a bit to make it a bit wider. We are now in cell C1. And I'm just going to put here sales price. Then we're in D1 and we're going to have income account tab. I'm going to make this a bit wider again. I'm going to put my cursor between C and D, make that a bit larger, and between D and E, and we'll make that a bit larger. And then we've got the sales tax code. And enter. And we actually don't even need the sales tax code. I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'm going to take that off right now. So then we're going to highlight these. I'm going to highlight these cells all the way across. So what I'm doing is putting our cursor here so it has a down arrow, the whole entire column, not just the cell. Left click and dragging to cell D. And then what we can do is double click on any of these in between columns. Anytime it looks like that, then we can double click and it'll autofill. So I'm going to double click and it'll autofill to the exact size. Now we're just going to have to adjust this a little bit more still, but that'll give us the size. I'm also going to make this bold so that when we import this, they know it's going to be, this is the title cells. So we're going to highlight these items. I'm going to go up to the Home tab, Font Group, and go to the bold setting. So we've got the name, the sales description, sales price, and the income account that will be included. So for example, and these are going to be some generic names, we have a diagnostic, and yes, this is with guitars, so these are funny names, but that's okay. And we're going to have, this is going to be a service item that we're going to prepare. We're going to have a set price for our service that we will be providing. It's going to be the same here, so I'm just going to, instead of typing that in again, I'm in cell B2, I'm just going to say equal, and then point to that cell, and then enter, or tab. It's going to be the same name and item, so we can just tab forward. The price is going to be $68, so $68. And if we want to have pennies, what I do is I'm going to highlight the entire worksheet by clicking this item here, highlight the entire worksheet, and then right click on that selected worksheet and go to Format Tabs. And then within Format Tabs, I'm going to go to, I typically go to Currency, but then remove the $sign. And I like to have the negatives, which I don't think we'll have any, but negatives with brackets here. And we have the 2 decimals, so that looks good. So then we're going to go down here and say OK. And there we'll have the 2 decimals, so it looks like dollars there. And then the income account, typically Excel will pick the types of accounts. We're going to have an income account called Service. So that's our revenue account, that's our income account. So our income for the service items will be Service Income, represented with the account name of just Service. Then we're going to have our second item, our service. This is what's going to be populated, or what will show up on the invoice. So this is going to be the item on the invoice. And we're going to say this is a little bit different description, guitar full service. That description will be on the invoice. The amount will be 140 when we create an invoice or sales receipt. And once again, service item. So I can just say service. Next one we're going to have, next item will be partial service. Very creative here. It's going to be guitar service. And once again, that will be populated on the invoice when we create the invoice. $100. And it's going to be a service. And enter. And the last one's going to be a tune-up. And it's going to be 5 guitar tune-up. And for 200, and that's a service. So those are going to be our items that we want to type in here. I'll make this a little bit larger so we can make sure to see everything here. Once again, if I want to make sure that the cells are wide enough, I can highlight, put my cursor on here so it looks like that drop down, select it through D, and then put my cursor right in the middle so it looks like that of any of these cells, and double click on it, and that'll make sure that it's exactly the right length of column. There's going to be one more column that we will need before we import this. If we were to import this without any vital column, then we'd have to basically go back and do it again. So we'll save ourselves that time. We're going to have one more, and it's going to be type. Item type, the type of item that we will be including. What I'm going to do is format this to be the same, or format this to be the same as this cell, by going on to cell D1, then go into the Home tab, Font, and using the Format Painter. And once you do that, it'll kind of just look like it's copying it, but it's just copying the format, and then we'll click on this item. All we did was include the bolding there, which is the type that was on that cell. And then we're going to say the type is going to be a service item type. Now this is going to be as opposed to an inventory type, so that's why we don't have to deal with the cost of goods sold here. It's just going to be a service item. That's all we have is a service. We can copy that down, or I'm just, if we put our cursor here and we put our cursor on this little icon there, or the square icon, and then we can left click and drag that down, and it'll copy that down. So now we're going to go ahead and save this, and then we're going to import it to QuickBooks Online. We probably should have saved it as soon as we started here, but we're kind of, we're living dangerously. We haven't saved this information yet. So we're going to save this and then import. So we're going to go to the File tab up top. We're going to go to Save As and locate the destination where we would like this file. I have located the destination. We're going to save it here. Now I'm going to save it as the default, which of course is an Excel file. If you wanted to try to save it as one of the other file formats that was allowed here, you can go through this information, and if you're using Google Docs, you can see if you could save it in a similar fashion as something other than a Google Doc to see if that will work for you. We're going to say save that information, and yes, I'm going to replace what I had there before. I'm going to close this now. So I'm just going to X out of that, and then we're going to go back to where we were in the QuickBooks file, which was, we're on the dashboard now. It was under sales on the left, and we're on product and services. And then we were going to import down here, import a file. And now we're going to browse and look for that file that we have just created. Here is the file location. We've browsed and found it. We can select it and open, or just double click, which is what I typically do, is just double click on it. There we have it. Once we do that, then the next button will be populated in green and allowed to go to the next item. And then what it's going to do is it's going to match up. It's going to say, hey, here's the possible formats or items that could be matched up. Here's what we think you matched it up with on your Excel sheet in terms of the headers that you put on the Excel sheet. Is this correct, and is this all we need? So we're going to say that product, service, or name. These are the items that we had on our Excel headers. So it says that's going to be matched up to the items in the item name. That looks correct. We don't need we're not going to do anything here. We got the type. The type is going to be matched up with the type, which is a service item. That looks correct. Then we have the sales description. So the sales description is matched up with the sales description heading. That's correct. Sales price is going to be matched up with sales price. That looks good. And then the income account is going to be the income account header as well. That looks good. Purchase description, we didn't have one. We're going to leave that blank for now. Purchase cost, we don't have one because it's a service item and not an inventory item. We will be dealing with that shortly when we do inventory items. Expense account, we don't have one because once again, it's not inventory, it's service. Quantity, we don't have any quantity because it's a service and not inventory. Reorder point, we don't need to reorder the reservice. Inventory, asset account, and quantity as of date. We don't need any of that, so we're just going to say next here. And here we have our information populated. We have the name, the type, the sales description. And then note it has the account here of service. It's saying that's highlighted. What it's saying here is if we drop down the account, we don't have a service items because the accounts that were set up with this format was a sales because we said we had inventory. So it's got sales for inventory sales typically is what we match up with sales. So we could use that as the inventory account or the income account, but we might want to set up the service item. So the purchase, we don't have any quantity. We don't need any of that. Inventory, we are okay. And the as of date is 12/13. This isn't of a lot of importance to us right now, but we will be working in 2021 because we're going to be working in a future problem. That will be important when we have the inventory items, but these aren't going to put any numbers on the balance sheet at this point, so it shouldn't affect us. We're going to try to import and see what it says, although we'll run into a problem, of course, because of these items here. So we're going to say import, and it's going to give us this error here. 0 of 4 products and service successfully import. We're sorry, we can't import all your data just yet. Correct the issue in red. So what we're going to do is have to create a new account. So I'm going to create a different service account and set up a new account in order to do that. So I'm going to close out of this. We're going to X out of this. And we're going to say, do you want to leave without saving? We're going to say, yes, we'll leave without saving. Then we're going to go to the accounting down here. So we're going to accounting. And that typically will open to the chart of accounts. You can see up here we're in the chart of accounts. If we go back to the lists, this is going to be all the lists that we have. The main list we have is going to be a chart of account. What we want to do is add a new account, which is going to be a service income type of account. So we will select the new item up top. We're going to say new, and that'll default to the new account. So we're going to say the account category. Accounts receivable is what we are on now. We want to have a sales type category. So accounts receivable is going to be an inventory type, other current assets, bank type, fixed asset, other assets, current liabilities, credit card, other current liabilities, long-term equity, and then we want this one here. It's going to be an income account. So we're going to take an income or a revenue type of account. We then have more detail down here. The detail type is defaulting at the discount. We have discount, not profit income, other primary income, sale of product income, service or fee. That's what we are looking for here. We have service income. We're not selling inventory. So we're going to select that. And it defaults here to service or fee income. And that's pretty good for us. We're going to keep that as is. The description, we're going to just leave that here. It's not a subcategory of any other category. We're going to have it a standalone category. We'll add some more accounts a bit later, but this will be the first one we will add here. I'm going to say save and close, and then it will add that account. Note that it's going to be in order by account type here. So the income, we have assets, equity, and then income. So our income account is down here in sales. So that should populate now once we import our items. So let's go back to the items and let's try to import those again. We're going to go to the sales up top. So we're in the sales tab on the left side, products and services up top. And then we're going to select this item down here. I'm going to put the drop down. I want to select the drop down, not the new, because I don't want one item. We want to import the items, and then select import. And then go through this browsing again. So we're going to have our information here. We want to browse this information. Select our file that we have created, the Excel file. So I'm going to double click on the Excel file. And then this next item will show up once again. So we'll select the next item. And then we have this populated again. So here we have it. The items match up, the type matches up, the sales description, the sales price, the income account looks good. And then we're going to select next. We still have these red items over here, and it looks like the name is not exact. So that's okay, because the item should at least be there. So if we select the drop down and we scroll down, we have the sales, we want the service fees. So this is what we want. We didn't type in service/fees, income/income, so it didn't show up. But we're just going to select that. We're going to select them for all of these. So it's going to be the service fee income account, and service fee income, and service fee income. Obviously, if there was a whole lot of these, then it might be worth going back into Excel and typing this exact name, and then it would populate automatically. Also note that it pulled over A2 here, and the reason it's doing that is because I used a formula to pick that up instead of typing that in there. So I'm going to type in diagnostic. I also updated the spelling here on the diagnostic, so that should be up to date now. So we're going to say okay, and then we're going to import this information. So we will import this information. 4 out of 4 product service are successfully imported, so that's a good sign. So we have those 4 items that should be imported at this time. We're going to X out of this information. And then if we go back to the sales and the product and services, we should see these items that have been updated here. We can go in and adjust these. So if we wanted to edit any of these, for example, we can go in here and edit these up. So possibly we want to adjust the spelling on this one like that. That could something we can adjust in here, and then we could save and close that information, and there we have it. So everything has been imported. Note we can sort this information by this little filter here. So if we select the filter, we can sort by status, by type, often very common. We have service items here. Next, we're going to be looking at the inventory items. So next time we're going to be importing inventory items. Going to be a bit more complex because we will have the cost of goods sold, the amount of inventory on hand that we will have to deal with, as well as the type of import features we used here.